Hey guys, what's happening? This is Forgo Nation, and today we're going to talk about Cyclops. Now, right off the get-go, guys, as I've said in the beta testing, this uniform is absolutely gorgeous. This thing is freaking off the charts awesome. Man, this thing's freaking cool looking. But I have to tell you guys, and I got to be honest about it, I don't think the uniform's doing as much for him as it should. Like, he should be stronger, but this uniform destroys his other uniforms, guys. This thing is easily over twice as strong. It is much better. Much better. It increases his survivability. It increases his damage. It gives him a heal. I mean, man, this thing's way better in my opinion. But if you're going to keep him at tier 2, you better have immunity to guard break on him. We'll talk about that in a little bit. He has 25,000 energy attack. He has 122 attack speed. Wish that was up a little bit. He has 23 crit rate. Very low crit rate. He has 175 critical damage. That needs to be bumped up. And he has max ignore defense. And he has 53% ignore dodge, which we will be utilizing today. And he has max skill cooldown. He just got a couple skill cooldown and dodge urus, no big deal. All of his gears are 20. He's still a level 60 character. So he has no attack urus, nothing. And all of his skills are 6. You know, this passive here, ignore target dodge rate by 50%, which we will be utilizing, like I said earlier. Sorry, not right now, buddy. His 1 deals a little fire damage, no big deal. His 2 has a 5-hit guard, 5 seconds. Good in Shadowland, won't be worth a crap in World Boss. The 3, this is an amazing skill, great for survivability. It's a nice iframe. Plus, it does really good damage. If you don't get your damage proc on the 4 or on the 5, then you should try to hit it on this 3. Sometimes you'll miss it on the 5 and then just go into the 3. And you'll see that in the gameplay, you guys. Plus, it has a little penetration, all barrier, shield, and all damage immune. That's pretty cool. Bind there. His passive, sorry, buddy, not right now. His passive, 30% increase of energy attack, which is 15% more energy attack than what he had, which is amazing. The 4 skill, nothing big here. And the 5th skill. He has a 20% recovery of max HP, which is awesome. 5-second immunity all damage for 5 seconds. And this is where immunity to guard break comes in handy, guys. Immunity to all damage does not give you super armor like invincibility does. And yeah, he can get guard broken very easily. And it's a real shame that that decreased fire resist doesn't work in World Boss. That's a real bummer. Now, if you have this guy at tier 3, then it'd be a little bit different. You know, I'd be recommending something else. But if you got him at tier 2, put immunity to guard break on him, guys. It's going to be a whole lot better for you. You're going to be able to do a lot more damage because you won't be getting guard broken. His 5, you'll start off with the 5 in the rotation. That is such a cool looking skill. Watch that again. Man, that is awesome. And then what I do is I hit the 4, go to the back side of the boss, then I hit the 2, then I hit the 1 and cancel into the 3. Now the 1 actually comes in quite handy. It's a nice little survivability skill. It pauses at the very beginning, does a little spin around, but then he goes into a partial iframe. So if you hit the 5, and there's that immunity, you'll hit the 4, spin around, hit the 2, and then you'll hit the 1. The immunity will be up at the very beginning of that 1 for almost. I mean, there's going to be a little gap in there where you can take damage. So if you don't want to use the 1, don't use it. Just use 5, 4, 2, 3. And that'll be a safer rotation. I'm going to be throwing in the 1. We'll look at the tier 3 real quick. I do like the tier 3. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely reminiscent of Jean Grey. And I guess it should be since he is, you know, got the power of the Phoenix. But the thing is, guys, because that tier 3 has invincibility, has a 6-second invincibility, that gives him super armor. So every other rotation, you know, when you use your tier 3, he'll have super armor during that 5th skill. And yeah, you know, if you don't have tier 3 and he's just tier 2, honestly, you better have immunity guard break, guys. I'm serious. It's, man, he's kind of rough to play if you don't have that. He has a stage 5 overdrive set, and he has a CTP of destruction with 180% damage proc. Now, this, I don't know, this is a good obelisk for him, guys. But, you know, honestly, I just give him immunity to guard break, crit damage or a crit rate, and then a damage proc. That's what I would give him personally. He'll still be able to get the max ABX score on Blast Villain Day at tier 2. You don't need him at tier 3 to do that. If you want a cheap way to get your 100,000 points or plus, he'll definitely do it, man. And I got a normal ranked uni. Sorry, buddy, not right now. And the uniform effect gives him 10% increased fire damage. Now, guys, I do think they should have done a little something with this guy. Like, I do think this 4 here, I do think that 4 should be an iframe. If that was an iframe, he would be quite a bit better. And I mean, I really wish that 5 skill had invincibility on it instead of immunity to all damage. Now, this isn't as bad as Emma. It's kind of one of those things where it's not, what they did to him is good, but it's not great. Like, great would have been giving him invincibility on his 5 skill and still having that heal. Great would have been an iframe on that 4 and keep the iframe on the 3, and the 2 and the 1 are just fine the way they are. That would have been great, and giving him a little bit more damage. He does have good damage, guys, but it's not great. It's not off the charts at tier 2. And that's why I say I think they should give him a little bit more pep, a little bit more power. Is the uni worth buying? Absolutely. I think this thing is definitely worth buying, especially if you're having trouble getting the max score or getting 100,000 points in ABX. Yes, and he's going to do some world boss, guys. He will do some world boss. So let's get into the action and let's rock and roll. Okay, guys, so we're going to be doing just stage 50. Remember, he's level 60. He doesn't have any attack gurus, guys. It's not like he's built up. He's got a normal ranked uni. And we're going to use Ghost Panther for that 45% damage on supervillains and that 50% fire damage that he's going to be giving Cyclops. And we're going to use Valkyrie for her 45% damage on supervillains. And remember, guys, whenever you take a blast, a universal, or a combat character against Corvus, they're getting a minus 50% damage dealt to Corvus. That's a lot of damage that they're losing. So always keep that in mind when you're watching this. And you see my strikers. And since Cyclops has 50% ignore dodge in his passive, we only need a couple 20% ignore dodge strikers. And we got Weapon Hex for that all defense down, Deadpool for his all defense down, and Scarlet for that mind control. And if you don't have immunity guard break, guys, this is going to be a nightmare. And you see there's a damage proc hitting on that 5. And sometimes the tornadoes will get you, but you know, you got that heal, so it's not a big deal. And like right there, guys, if you don't hit the damage proc on the 5, just, you know, if you do the 5 and the damage proc don't hit, just hit your 3 and put the damage proc on the 3 and then try to get back on the 5. And it works out pretty well for the most part, guys, for the most part. The 5 does enough hits, it usually will trigger the proc, but sometimes it does miss. That happens. I mean, that's just a part of how things are in the game. But you see the damage, guys, you know, for how he's built. I mean, it's not bad, you know. It's not great. It's not fantastic or awesome. But it's not bad. It's decent. You know, it's going to be one of the cases where he's really going to shine at tier 3. But let's be fair and honest. Every character shines a whole lot more when they get their tier 3. It's just the way it is. You know, it's a big stat bump. It increases their power big time. That's just the way it is. So, got to be fair about it. But he is decent, you know, and I do think this is a good uniform to buy. Am I going to tell you it's a must buy? Yeah. I mean, look, for Cyclops, yes, absolutely, it is. You know, but if you're going to keep him at tier 2, you could, you know, you don't have to buy it. You don't really need it, to be honest. But if you want Cyclops to be a bit better, if you want him to do a little bit higher world boss and better in Shadowland, then yeah, this is a good uniform to buy. And thank you, Scarlet, for coming in there. Proc's off right now. Watch out here. We hit our 5. Oh, crap, I got time frozen. Crap. Booyah. And that's pretty good damage, guys. It's not bad. I mean, I'm not impressed with his power, but I'm not super disappointed either. I'm not, you know, like upset or I'm just like, yeah, it could be better, but it's all right. It's not bad. And there we had to get a little shot in there before Corvus went in this little phase. Now, Weapon Hex helped us out quite a bit. Her all defense down hit a second ago, and we were able to do quite a bit of damage. Like right there, just that little tidbit there. When you see that health bar of Corvus's freaking fly down, like bars just dissipating, You know, Weapon Hex all defense down came in there. On top of just watching what she's doing. But even without her, guys, he would be able to do this. He would. He's doing this at a pretty quick time. Not too shabby at all. And, you know, with a rage, obviously it would be a whole lot better. But, you know, who's going to put a rage on a tier 2 character? I think most people wouldn't do that. I mean, I think most people are going to put a rage on their tier 3s for sure. But I don't know. I mean, there might be a player out there, they might say the hell with that. But look at this, guys. He's got a minute left. He cleared this, no problem. Yes, he did have some help from some all defense down, but not too bad. So, I mean, I think it's a good uni. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's awesome, but I do think it's a good uni. As far as looks, it's fantastic. So, guys, let me know what you think about Cyclops, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.